welcome to another episode of A Few TSU Sports Fans. Back in my day when we won championships in the late 90s, we said, who number one in the OVC? Who number one in the OVC? That was the cheerleader chat. So today we get our special guest, Coach Nolan Smith, along with our co-hosts over here, TSU Madness and Demetrius.
What's up, Big Blue? Hey, Coach, you gonna hear 28 try to sing a little bit. So if you need to push back on it, don't don't hesitate.
Yep.
I got all the chat. So thank you again, Coach Smith. I would do a bio, but everyone knows about Coach Smith and his days at Duke, and coaching in different areas, and now he's with TSU. So again, welcome to the show, Coach.
Man, appreciate y'all for having me.
Yeah, so I've mentioned before, we came together as a few TSU sports fans. We're trying to get more people to become TSU sports fans, and you add it to the legacy of who we are. But real quick, I want to ask you this. Let me pull my screen up real quick. Do you remember this game?
Yeah, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Wait a minute. That's my leading question.
TSU Madness, go ahead.
Because
I was on the bench for that game.
Yes, sir. And I was there, my first time in Cameron Indoor Stadium. And I want to know, how nervous were you all? Or if you were, it was like 10 minutes, 12 minutes, about 12 minutes left in the game, and we up 36-34. I remember that was the last lead we had. We had 12 minutes left.
Yeah.
But was Coach K a little nervous? Were y'all a little nervous?
I wouldn't say nervous. I would say mad. And he was definitely giving the boys some choice words to turn up. So I think shortly after that, I think they turned up.
Yeah. I mean, that was with Jason Tatum. You had Kennard.
Yeah.
You had Giles was his freshman year that year.
Yep.
So yeah, that was a good game. And to Jajir McCall and
I remember that scout, and I remember vividly for sure. I remember Coach saying, "These guys can play if you mess around." Mm-hmm. Like that team had some talent.
Yeah, sure did. Yeah, we took North Carolina State to overtime just a couple of the week before that. So
before that, exactly. Yep. That's why I remember him saying that he was nervous.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
That's the game that I was at.
Yeah.
I think one of our TSU alum, I think she got kicked out of the game, or because this one, Dennis Jr., he did the windmill on the break and started chatting, because again, that game was close. Should have won that one.
Yeah.
And he started chatting with her, and she almost got booted. But yeah, we showed up in North Carolina for sure.
Yeah. Well, Coach, I'm gonna go ahead and ask you a couple of questions. That was my first question. I didn't know Rodney was gonna pull this up, but I'm glad you did. It led into my first question, so I appreciate it. But the question I have for you, and I know you've done a lot of interviews, so I'm gonna try to ask you different questions that you haven't been asked. So hopefully I get to one. Let me ask you, what does it mean? Now, I followed Dante Harris since he was a freshman at Georgetown, and I saw him in Virginia, saw him at Memphis. You were with him in Memphis. How impactful was it to have him with your team, knowing that you already had Khalil London and some other really key people? But how important was it is Dante and his championship leadership? How important is it to the team?
Yeah, I mean, it was very important. Again, when I got here and I saw the team, he was really the one missing piece for me that I knew that could really give us a chance to win this thing, just because he's a proven winner. He had won in the Big East. He had won in the ACC. He came to the American with us last year and won. So it's always nice to have a proven winner, a veteran point guard who's done it, to really mesh well with this group to help build us into the championship team that we have become. He was definitely a key ingredient to, what I was already excited about, on the roster.
Mm-hmm. All right. The last question I have for you is: when did you feel this team was special? You feel like, okay, this we could probably do something with this thing.
We showed glimpses all year long, right? And I always felt like, all right, we're gonna get there. Because again, when you take a job late July, it's not really gonna fully click until about December, January, right? Because again, especially with what I was trying to instill, it was a process to it. So again, we'd win 3 in a row, lose, win 3 in a row again, lose, win 4 in a row, lose, win 2, lose. So it was like this process to it, and all those losses were valuable losses. Alabama A&M was very valuable. Alabama A&M, SEMO, all of them were like, when I say valuable, they all came at very, very, very much needed teachable moments, right? And I can go through each one. The Alabama A&M, we had already won some big games. Go down there, we were feeling ourselves. Hey, we're not that good to just show up and play. Okay, the next one, SEMO, really beat UNLV, beat UT Martin, and come back and we play against SEMO that next game after beating the team that everybody is talking about in UT Martin. And we walk into the game thinking it's going to be easy. Now you lose, and we're thinking about Christmas break. Okay, well, now you got to stay focused no matter what's to come. Christmas break, spring break, I don't care, right? Thankfully, we're fortunate enough we didn't get a spring break. We still playing, right? The next loss really that sticks in my mind, Tennessee Tech, right? Shouldn't have lost that game, but they came in, they were shooting on all cylinders, but we weren't fully locked in on the defensive end. We thought it was just going to be our offense. And then the last one is the Morehead State game at their place. We go up there, we finally are in first place by ourselves. Again, first time being in first place. Never really been in that position. We've talked about it all year. I told our guys, man, we're the hunted. For whatever reason, everybody wants to beat us. I know the reason, right? But these guys didn't really know the reason. We're the hunted. So that was the first game with the target on our back as the number 1 seed, the first place. And we went up there and laid an egg. Did not play well. So every loss was valuable. And after that, the turning point happened where our guys locked in. And again, I knew it was in us, but it was going to take those very, very important losses throughout the year for it to really click. And after that last one versus Morehead, our guys said, all right, it's time to play defense. It's time to lock in on the defensive end and do what we've been working on all year long. It's time to share the ball. It's time to find great shots. Still want to play fast and occasionally AK and Travis take y'all heat checks because y'all good for them. I'm good with those. I'm good for them. I give my guys a lot of freedom. But for the most part, we want to find great shots, good to great shots, and cut out the bad shots. And these guys locked in on that too.
Yeah, that's dope, Coach. And kind of piggybacking on that, talk about elements within the season where you find opportunities to continue to get better. You know, on this show, we talk a lot about, or at least I talk a lot about, Antoine Lorick. I think the potential for that young man is just through the roof. I think once he got inserted into the starting lineup, I thought the team took another step forward. But can you just maybe talk about him and how his versatility adds a different dimension to the team?
Yeah, man, he's been huge. I mean, he's our starting 4, and then we want to go small ball. He's our 5, and he has like we were talking about. He's only about 6'7", 6'8", but he's got long arms, and he'll block shots still standing on the ground with how long his arms are. And his versatility is crazy. He offensive rebounds. He rebounds. He can take a 5-man off the dribble. He can take a 4-man off the dribble. You know, so he's just gotten so much better once he's gotten into the starting lineup and he's confident. And again, I'll go ahead and just throw in Carlos in that. You know, Carlos is that he hasn't had the senior season that he's wanted, but in the last 3 weeks, he's flipped the switch. Right. So for us to have 2 4-men that are versatile, are athletic, block shots, can go dunk the ball over anybody. Like, you know, we've really found something special in those 2 guys, especially playing together or one going in for the other.
Yeah, and I saw Carlos in the hotel after the game on Saturday, and That's what I said. Hey, a year ago we didn't get a shot off, and to see how that team from then to now, 1 year later, and he was like, "Yeah, there was no doubt I was gonna get me a shot." I was like, "Yeah, you earned that." So
Yeah.
yes, appreciate you and that part in, but you did speak on allowing your team to have a little bit of freedom, which I think is a player's dream. But you know, think about yourself at Duke. You were Player of the Year, ACC Conference. When you was at Memphis, you had PJ, who was Player of the Year, and now you got Nkrumah. So, what is it? What's your sprinkle sauce? Like what you put on there to let these guys? Because even Travis, I thought Travis in there, he wasn't Player of the Year, but to see his elevation, right? From last year to this year, really just throughout his college career. But what is it that you give these guys to make them feel like they can take on the world?
Supreme confidence. I
Mm,
talk to our staff all the time. One of our biggest thing and biggest sayings amongst our staff is be positive, right? Uplift, encourage, make them feel invincible. Because when they feel that way, they are. You
yeah.
know, they shoot balls with confidence and they feel free, even when things don't go their way, because they're not always going to hit, right? Keep putting that battery in their back to make them keep going. Just keep going.
Hmm.
Keep shooting your shot with confidence. Know that we got your back, right? As long as you're shooting good and great shots, that they're not falling, so what? Keep going. Keep going. I think that's the mentality of a player of the year, first team all conference guy. That's the mentality that you have to have. I had it way back when. PJ Haggerty had it, Aaron Akuma and Travis have it, right? So when you have guys like that, you gotta put them in positions. You gotta call the right things to get them shots, get them open, make sure everybody knows that you got to get them open, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
they're good enough. Especially AK more off the bounce, they create his own shot off the bounce. Travis is really good at doing it with his three ball. One thing I told him in the last couple weeks is, you know, you got a midi too, right? I'm not an analytic
Hmm.
coach. I'm a basketball coach. You can
Yeah.
shot they run you off the line. Shot fake gets you a midi. He's got that too. So just again, confidence in your game, believing in what you work on. We do a lot of player development every single day so that these guys feel good about their games.
That's awesome. Rodney, you got a question or?
Yeah. So yeah, let's talk a little bit. So one thing I am proud that you are from the DC area. So a couple years ago, we came to Howard in football. We took over their homecoming. I almost got put. I used to wear my TSU shirt all the time. I almost got put out of church. I've gotten parking spots taken from me. Old ladies come try to get me. So since you're from this area now, I can wear TSU shirt and I'll get you this sort nicely. I don't know. Listen, it's fine. Appreciate you for that. I can wear my TSU so proudly without getting harassed.
Yes,
But I
sir.
did want to talk about your segue into your coaching staff. A lot of them are from this area too, as well.
Yep.
From Vince Taylor, DeMar Johnson, Delonte Hill, and of course you brought back Brandon Lockridge. But talk about that and how you want to put this team together to make this team be successful.
Man, my staff has been amazing. I can't hype them up enough to really tell y'all how great they've been. I'll start with the OG, triple OG, Vince. I mean, his experience and where he's been, as a first time head coach, a young head coach. You need that OG with you. But what he's done is just supported me, at times challenged me, and just made me feel like the best head coach in the world. And that's what you want when you pick your staff. You want them to be able to give you both, right? But also support, challenge, but support. And I invite challenges. Hey, coach, what you think about this? Some might be like, man, watch out, man. I got it. Nah, come on, give it to me. I get mad if you're too quiet, right? Talk to me. Let's win. Let's talk this game out. What you see? You see some, right? And that's been my whole staff. Like great dialogue amongst our staff. We talk basketball all the time. But OG Vince has been amazing. Delonte Hill being played at Charlotte, um, coached with Frank Martin, Beasley, and Jake pulling those guys out of Kansas State. Um, going to Maryland as associate head coach there with Mark Turgeon. I mean, he's been at the high level Power Five basketball, so he knows what it looks like. He knows what it takes to win and develop and turn a group of guys into champions. DeMar Johnson, um, coaching in Cincinnati. Obviously, he did playing days, but coaching in Cincinnati, West Virginia. He's been a great guy, especially one of the things he loves is the player development. He still gets out there and plays. So he's always in the gym with the guys, getting those guys better, working on skill work. And then the last piece was really, he's really been one of the most valuable pieces from many standpoints. He's done an amazing job is Coach Brandon Lockridge. When I got here, obviously I knew I was going to keep one guy. And a lot of people just keep the Dobo by job, right? Because they already know the ins and outs. But when I sat down and met with every single one of the guys that was here, I gave all of them that time and that love and respect. I did not come in with a premeditated decision. Oh, I'm getting rid of all. Like, nah, I don't even rock like that, right? So when I sat down with Locke, and he told me some things. First he told me he played here. He wore the jersey. That right there really was the solidifier, right? Because a guy that wore the jersey, the care factor is all the way there, right? Then he didn't even tell me this. It's funny. So I get here, and once I tell a couple people like, Coach Lockridge with me, oh yeah, his mom was a dean on campus.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah. She sure was. She
man,
ain't play either. She ain't play.
So I go to Locke. I say, yo, Locke, why you ain't tell me that when we talked that your mom was a dean on campus? Oh man, I wasn't even. I said, bro, you tell me you've been on this campus since you was a little snotty nosed kid all the way to you. I'm like, well, that's why it works, and that's why even after we won, the hug that he gave me, I felt it, right? Because passion. He like, man, thank you, bro. Like he done seen it all. He done seen it all. So just that right there, just in a nutshell, tells you how good he's been because he cares. So I mean he's been a big time coach and just a big time, part of our family.
That's good. And also another question I had is about your family. I know reading, you said you want to come to HBCU, you think about the culture and things like that, and about your kids, your wife. The picture you hugging your son was amazing, by the way. I mean that was and I saw your wife reshare that. Like that's what that's what it's about, to see young man get the chance to see a father being a father. I think it's really important, this special moment for them. But talk about, moving to Nashville, coming to HBCU, and how your family feels.
Yeah, man, we've enjoyed every minute of it. Every minute of it, just coming to the city. The city's been amazing. But really just joining the school, the culture, being around everyone, getting to know everybody. Auntie T, she's been amazing, right? Just like it's just family.
Yeah.
It's felt like family since the minute I stepped on campus. As we continue to grow and continue to win, just the poor support has grown, and again, it's just homecoming was love. Experience homecoming. I experienced a lot of homecomings down Durham at Central.
Yeah,
I even slid to G-Ho once. I ain't gonna lie, TSU homecoming was all right.
Good stuff.
That's cool.
Young Jeezy was here. That's one of my favorite rappers of all time. So I really enjoyed myself, and then just being in an environment here again. One thing I really enjoyed is all the coaches here are really locked in on winning. I mean, you got the legend coach walking around here, the legend, the track coach. She's big time, but there's a seriousness that I see amongst all the peers of my coaches, all the head coaches, assistants, everybody locked in. So I mean, that's what I felt when I first heard about the job, and now that I'm here and I'm living it, I still see it every day that everybody here is really on the path for excellence.
And one thing I noticed, like we got a chance to interview Rico Beasley, Tim Horton, and I can't remember the third.
Mike Moore.
Mike Moore. Yeah, a couple of they all came out to 92, 94 championship teams, and they're really excited. And also I know Robert Covington's there at the games a lot. He's back in the area, so like, how has it been embracing the former basketball alumni, and how's that support system going for you?
Man, it's been great. It's been great, especially obviously Rob being here. He's been pulling up, trying to. I've been in contact with a good amount of them. A lot of them got my number and text me, congrats. And throughout the season, been in contact with guys. Early on when I first got here, talked to the 93, 94 team. Talked to those guys. That was big and important to do, especially understanding the mission. Carlos came in and talked to this team. just about what it takes to become a champion. So it's crazy. He comes in and talks, and all of a sudden we win it. Like, it's just God. I mean, be honest with you, just God. Like, it's been a really special year, and just to be able to be around a lot of these guys, some legends that wore this jersey, and to come in here and just represent TSU and honor all those guys, past, present, and the future to come. I mean, it's what it's all about.
That's good. So one thing I didn't mention before, my wife is a Duke. Her and her twin went there 2000. They finished 2000, so they're a little younger, and they're so excited. Like, it's a championship proxy Duke. I'm like, okay, let's slow down. Let's slow down. Chill out. So I got to calm down. But yeah, but the positive you've been bringing to us and watching, seeing you on ESPN, seeing your different shows have been very great that you get around, and you mentioned about TSU and the growth that we continue to see, and looking forward to the future growth too as well.
Awesome. Well, Coach, last question for me as we transition to Selection Sunday and into next week. How do you keep the guys really focused? How do you prep for an opportunity like this? There's no dance like this dance that they're getting ready to go on, and just maybe talk about how you and the staff are keeping the kids grounded, but also preparing them for this big moment.
Yeah. Obviously, with our tournament being so early, the first things first is staying in shape. First couple of days this week, we did individual work and conditioning. Monday and Tuesday. Today we had a really good practice. Tomorrow we have a really good hard practice with conditioning. We play a lot of 5-on-5. So our practices have not changed. We compete in practices. We get after it. A lot of times it's one rep and then subs, but they know that one rep is hard. Like, you're coming out here and you're guarding, you ain't letting the scout team get a shot off if possible, right?
Mm-hmm.
We playing our defense and we working. We finished with some 22s, some 10s, whatever it is conditioning wise, and we make every time. And bottom line right now, the message is we're getting ready to be us. We're preparing to be us. I told these guys, plain and simple, we're not a Cinderella and we are not the underdog. I don't care what the number says beside our name. We are focused and preparing to be us. We're going to play our game and we're going to find a way to win. That's the mission. Everybody understand me? Yes, sir. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Right? That's just, again, that's my mindset. It's my staff's mindset, and it's got to be their mindset. Throw yourself into this tournament to win. Whoever you line up with, when they throw that ball up, it's game time, and we play to win. We figure out a way to win. We don't waver. They go on a run, so what? We go on a run, so what? Keep playing.
Yep.
Keep playing. And bottom line, we got to go be us.
Well, I know Rodney's going to close it out. I just want to say I do appreciate you, Coach Nolan Smith, for being here at Turner. Oh gosh, I was about to say something about at Tennessee State. Thank you so much. Huh?
You about to cry?
No, but I appreciate you being here and being with us and making us champions, OVC champions. It's been a long time, and what people don't talk about is after the '95 OVC championship season, we went on a 15-year non-winning season. So we went 15 years, and I was there to see it all, that 15-year non-winning season. So for us to have that, be back at this level, it's great to see, and I do appreciate it.
Yes, sir. And I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah. So thanks again for coming, showing up, and we appreciate. Looking forward to seeing what happens on Sunday. We got the selection show, and I guess CBS Sports is coming out to support that, and continue to lobby to make sure we get the correct seed. We want to. I'm from Dayton, Ohio too. I love Dayton, but I would like to. I would enjoy going to Dayton, but we don't need to be in Dayton.
Yeah. Nope, shouldn't touch it.
Yeah. So hopefully that works.
Might fly over it, but we ain't
Right.
So we'll look forward to seeing how we turn out, and looking forward to seeing the progress that's going to happen with our program. And I know Coach Allen mentioned they're going to fix some of the seating and stuff like that in the Gentry, and so we're definitely excited about the growth and making sure we get the proper resources in place for our program to make everyone happy. Yeah.
That's right.
All right. So we always end our show. We always say go around and say go Big Blue. So I'm going to go around
Go Big Blue.
Go Big
Go
Blue.
Big Blue.
Go Big Blue.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
All right, y'all.
Appreciate you, Coach.